Today we've got the White Lotus, a clandestine society composed of the most elite benders and non-benders alike. Their ranks consist of masters from every nation, united by their commitment to uphold peace and protect the Avatar.
Ba Sing Se, the Order of the White Lotus is here.
Here to set you free.
They're going up against the Red Lotus, a radical offshoot of the White Lotus, driven by the Delulu vision of a world free from the shackles of authority.
You don't understand! The revolution has already begun!
So, who's gonna win? Which team is gonna be the ultimate champion? Well, let's find out.
Today, destiny is our friend. I know it.
First, let's break down the matchups and analyze the strengths and weaknesses of each faction. So we have Jeong versus Pli, Bumi versus Ghazan, Pakku versus Ming-hua, Iroh versus Zaheer, and Piandao versus... Wait a damn minute. Anyways, even though Piandao is the only non-bender among them, he shouldn't be underestimated. Dude can still hold his own in combat, like he's literally never lost a battle. I like Piandao, so I'm not gonna set my good man up, but he's allowed to be a spectator and watch the show from a great distance, because it's about to get real messy. Jeong stands out as one of the most formidable firebenders in the Avatar series. His fighting methods are calculated, and his actions deliberate. Creating a huge firewall on water has to be one of the most impressive feats I've ever seen. And this feat was done without a comet boost. Pli, on the other hand, possesses a unique and destructive power of combustion bending. Worse is, she could curve her explosive shots mid-air. And wasn't afraid to use her powers to destroy everything and everyone, including children. But you see, at the end of the day, I don't think Jeong has what it takes to take Pli down. The unfortunate reality about combustion benders is that, even though we hardly see them do it, they can still firebend. Just as Zhao effortlessly walked through Jeong's flames, Pli would likely do the same. Meanwhile, JJ lacks a viable defense against combustion bending. In this scene, Zuko's shield saved him, but look how it blew him back. Jeong's fire sphere and walls might probably stand a chance, but the thing is, he can't defend forever, particularly against Pli's relentless barrage. Another unfortunate thing is, the collision of combustion and firebending generates an explosion upon impact. This could potentially put Jeong at risk of being blown away. Next we have Bumi versus Ghazan. Bumi is a classic example of don't judge a book by its cover. He alone liberated his kingdom of Omashu in minutes.
What do you think you're doing?
Taking back my city.
Tossing massive buildings like a piece of cake. He uses unconventional methods of battle tactics, which makes him very unpredictable. Ghazan, however, was gifted with the rare ability to lava bend. Dude was very agile and ruthless in combat. A miracle had to happen before Bolin could confidently battle him.
Let's see what you got.
Before then, every earth attack Bolin threw at Ghazan was an ammunition, which was turned into lava shurikens and thrown right back at him.
I can't beat this guy! It's like I'm giving him ammo! Wanna trade?
It's hard to imagine what Bumi could possibly do to counter Ghazan's attack. He would have to be really smart, because if he tries to surprise him by going underneath, there's no telling where Ghazan might put his lava next. Tunneling back towards the lava sounds like a death wish. Unlike Ghazan, Bumi has been shown to have more skill with earthbending, and he isn't just about strength, he's also about skill. Bumi has the knowledge of how to use earthbending creatively to outwit his opponent. Whereas Ghazan is only ever shown to use earthbending one way, which is the offensive.
Oh, you'll have to be a little more creative than that.
His approach to earthbending seems to be much more like lava, using brute force to destroy everything in its path. Everyone seems to think that just because Ghazan can turn the entire place into lava, somehow he won't be affected by it. Well, dude is not immune to lava, so it wouldn't end well for him. In Zaofu, he was trapped on his platform with the other 3 Lotus members. I bet if he was alone, he would have been messed up real bad, because the best he was doing was splashing lava at everyone else. Zaheer had to get them out of the situation. The second time he resorted to this, he died. Just straight up killed himself, because he apparently knew he wouldn't be able to take Bolin and Mako. He couldn't handle the pressure of being overwhelmed too good.
I'm never going back to prison. If I'm going down today, you're coming with me!
Not to mention the fact that he was having trouble with Bumi II, an amateur airbender for goodness sakes. Now let's look at King Bumi. Despite his age, he's gone toe-to-toe with Aang. Not too big a feat, but still, Aang's evasiveness was no joke. His old ass even managed to handle multiple firebenders during Sozin's comet. Ghazan probably couldn't do half of that. Lava bending is an unconventional form of earth bending, but King Bumi is an unconventional strategist. Bumi would wait until Ghazan lets his guard down and go in for the killing blow, like a simple strike in the head. This would be an incredibly heated battle, and the Ghazan that I know would definitely put up a good fight for sure. Next to square off are the waterbenders, Pakku versus Ming-hua. To begin with, Ming-hua's distinct bending style gives her a significant advantage. Born with a congenital birth defect resulting in the absence of arms, she has remarkably developed and adapted her waterbending techniques. Ming-hua compensates for her physical limitation by using water tentacles with remarkable precision and agility. This unconventional approach allows her to launch attacks from multiple directions simultaneously, making it difficult for opponents to anticipate and counter her strikes. Meanwhile, Pakku, a master from the esteemed Northern Water Tribe, adheres to a more orthodox waterbending style. Despite his considerable skill and experience, his methods remain grounded in traditional forms and tend to be more straightforward and predictable. This predictability could potentially work against him when confronted with Ming-hua's unconventional and agile tactics. Another crucial factor is Ming-hua's resourcefulness and adaptability. Throughout The Legend of Korra, we witness her ability to think on her feet and make split-second decisions in the heat of battle. She's proven time and again that she can quickly identify and exploit her opponent's weaknesses to her advantage. Also, Ming-hua's relentless and aggressive, and she could catch Pakku off guard. This fight would be just like Kaya versus Ming, but harder. I simply don't see Pakku keeping up with her fast-paced attacks, because his movements are quite slow. I also noticed that Pakku seems to be more comfortable in ice-based environment. If she fires icicles, Pakku will counter it, but that's the only thing I see Pakku countering, to be honest. Ming can break solid ground, so I won't count much on Pakku's defense. Pakku has surfing, but it's as good as Ming-hua's. She may even be better. There's a high chance that she could avoid his attacks and flash freeze him like she did to Desna and Eska. What I will say is that Pakku has the advantage in raw bending power, precision, and defense, while Ming-hua has the advantage in mobility, speed, and attack pressure. I only see Pakku winning if he can hold off Ming-hua's aggressiveness long enough for her to wear herself out and leave herself open to get killed. But this Ming-hua is something else. She behaves exactly like a witch, so whatever Pakku does, it will still not be enough to keep up with her. Now we have Iroh versus Zaheer. You see, these two share a lot of things in common. Both men appreciate and also incorporate other nations' philosophies into their bending techniques. For Iroh, it was lightning redirection. And for Zaheer, well, his obsession with Guru Lahima's life and studies allowed him to become weightless and unlock the unique ability to fly, a skill not even Aang had.
Guess he doesn't need a ride.
I have to admit, it was quite impressive, considering that he did this after a few weeks of being able to airbend. Now, whether you like it or not, Zaheer won't be touching the Red Lotus in combat. First of all, Zaheer is a newbie, while Iroh has so many years of combat experience. Zaheer has proven over and over again that he's not a strong fighter. He's a charismatic leader, yes, but throughout the show, he loses nearly everyone on one battle, especially against master benders like Tenzin. Understandably, this is because he's a newbie, but still, even after he unlocked flight, he was mostly evading. If Zaheer decides to stray too far, Iroh will shoot the flying coward back to Earth with a fire blast stronger than this. Or strike him with a damn lightning. Although, Zaheer's got an excellent reaction speed, but Iroh does not need quick speed to beat Zaheer. I mean, for most of the fight, we saw Bumi beat Aang while he hardly moved. Plus, what would Zaheer do? Push him with an air blast? Iroh is heavy. And if there's one thing Iroh knows how to do, is have a freaking solid stance. Now, I'm not saying Zaheer is going to get crushed instantly, but he'll probably just fly away, or try some underhand tactics as soon as Iroh gets serious. Now, with all that said and done, which team is the winner? This matchup is very tough, no joke. First, both teams has shown that they're really good at working together. With the White Lotus liberating Ba Sing Se against Fire Nation's army, who were all enhanced by Sozin's comet. And the Red Lotus bringing down an empire after killing their ruler. However, when you look at the White Lotus members, all you see are masters, men whose experience and wisdom are incomparable.
Sokka, you must continue your training on your own. If you stay on this path, I know that one day you will become an even greater master than I am.
They have a long history of successfully confronting threats, a deep understanding of bending techniques, and training the next generation of benders.
Katara, you've advanced more quickly than any student I've ever trained. You have proven that with fierce determination, passion, and hard work, you can accomplish anything.
To be honest, what really decides who wins is how all the different parts work together. For instance, Iroh's lightning can quickly take out Ming-hua. And for Plea, all Bumi or Pakku gotta do is kiss her forehead with ice or rock helmet while she's shooting, and it's bye-bye for good.
Please!
As for Ghazan, he might be a challenge, but he'll still go down eventually.
Oh yeah, good point.
But we also gotta call out Zaheer's inexperience. Sure, he was able to master levitation somehow, but he has shown to be relatively inferior to Tenzin. His skills cannot compete, let alone his partners. The White Lotus is too strong, skilled, and organized to lose against the Red Lotus. Their raw power alone has already shown dramatic effect in taking out an entire Fire Nation army. The Red Lotus relies so much on their specialization, they have a tough hill to climb. On their own, the Red Lotus might find a way in, especially if they split up the other team. But right now, the White Lotus has too many advantages, so they'll win in the end. So what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more epic Showdown. Until next time, stay geeky.
We failed!